read some comments on my apartment tour. It's been a while. I need my reading glasses. For the same money, I have a 5-bed, 3.5 bath. That's my monthly mortgage payment. I feel sorry for her. Wow, $1,900 a month for a glorified I've got a house in Indiana that is 5 times. Wait a gosh darn second. Is New York City expensive?
She writes a text in lowercase letters. In the party singing someone come and get her. Nobody does it better than she do.
Hello, this is Taylor. I am a 24-year-old working and living here in New York City, specifically in the most expensive borough of them all, Manhattan.
Wow.
I'm an ex-management consultant and right now working as a full-time YouTuber. That being said, I am starting another corporate job in just a couple of months, so I'm excited to be filming this video right now while my expenses are a bit higher and I'd say more interesting. Anyway, I have got some ground rules I want to cover for this video, but first, let's get started with day one.
You gon' make this painful. You gon' make this painful.
Oh shit. Just grabbing my breakfast bagel. This is how you know you're in New York. This is the highest price for a pack of strawberries that I've ever seen anywhere. These corner stores in New York, also known as bodegas, can really get you. They're super convenient, but typically extremely expensive. I don't recommend buying groceries in bulk at places like this. Sometimes I'll come down, I'll get my breakfast bagels here and some other things that are affordable, like no matter where you go, like a loaf of bread. But yeah, you're definitely paying for convenience with corner markets like this. Hi.
I make mistakes when I'm lonely.
Thank you so much.
I can't, you're on my conscience. You're on my conscience.
And now for a late night snack, tried and true. I said I wasn't gonna change my behavior for this video. Peanut butter and jelly. Friendly reminder that PB&Js are delicious, by the way. So good. All right, a couple ground rules for this video because I'm taking it probably a little too seriously. Ground rule number one, we are gonna calculate my expenses using accrual basis accounting, meaning we will recognize my expenses once they are consumed. I'm doing it this way because I watch a ton of these what I spend in a week videos, and a bunch of people will go out to, let's say, Costco, buy a ton of food in bulk. It'll cost them 500 bucks. Great way to save money, by the way. But I'm always like, you just bought a month's worth of groceries. You do not spend that every single week. And in this video, I'm aiming to get as accurate a picture as possible into what I spend on average every single week. So using accrual basis accounting, I will only count the expenses once they're officially consumed. So using that example, I would not count that whole Costco bill. I would only count the portion of it that I consumed this week. Does that make sense? Ground rule number two, no cheating. I did not change my spending behavior whatsoever for the sake of this video. Somewhat to my dismay after watching the footage back, but final ground rule, I won't go so far as to adjust my expenses in the case of an irregular purchase, but I will flag it to you if I buy something that I would not normally buy on a weekly basis. And there's a big one in this video, you'll see. All right, now that I have formalized this video concept to the point of boring my entire audience, let's continue before you click off, shall we? Hello guys, day two. Right now I'm walking to a coffee shop to meet one of my friends who's actually a YouTuber. You guys probably know him. And we are going to the coffee shop that screams New York vlogger more than any other coffee shop. And you guys may or may not be wondering, maybe you don't know this about me, but I actually do live a very frugal lifestyle for New York standards. It's all relative. So you might be wondering, Taylor, what do you think of these $5, $6, $7 coffees? I do have thoughts on them. We're gonna get into it, but first, let's go buy one and then we'll talk about it. You can tell it's gonna be hot today. It's very balmy already and it's only 10 a.m. Snipes. All right, just got coffee.
What's up, guys?
You guys probably know him. New York City aficionado.
Thank you. Yeah, we just had some good coffee, talking YouTube, talking finance, talking life. It's got a lot of exciting things ahead of us.
Oh, so do you. Okay, so what do I think of going out to buy coffee? I think you should smash the like button for $0. Okay, actually, going out to buy coffee is an expense that gets talked about a lot within the personal finance sphere. And I get it, you know, it does add up, but even if you're buying one every single day, it is typically not a major expense compared to housing or transportation for most people. I mean, that's obvious. My point is, if you want to make a real dent in cutting down on expenses, I would start with those two categories categories to the extent that you can. Nonetheless, I get why it's a hot button issue, so here are my thoughts on going out to buy coffee. I typically do not do it, but when I do, I see it as paying rent to be at that coffee shop. But what do I even mean by that? So when I go out to buy coffee, it's always for one of two reasons. The first reason is if I'm out and about on the town, or I'm going out to meet a friend to catch up, talk life, talk business, whatever it is. Usually that's at a coffee shop, in which case, of course, I'm gonna buy a coffee at that cafe. You know, I'm not gonna bring coffee that I made from home to a coffee shop. That'd be kind of weird. The second reason is if I leave my lovely home office, my apartment here, and go elsewhere to get work done, because I usually am more productive when I switch up my environment to get work done elsewhere, then I will buy a coffee at that coffee shop, which I really see as paying rent to sit there and work for several hours. And even still, when I buy them, I tend to avoid the super expensive artisanal coffee spots because it hurts my soul to pay anything even close to $6 or $7 for a coffee. I also think that's ridiculous, and the value proposition is just not there for me. Like Blue Bottle, where I just met Brett, I admittedly love the taste of that coffee, which is why I go every now and then, but that really is a treat. My go-to coffee shop where I get a lot of work done is a place where the drip coffee is $3.20, which, you know, still probably a high margin for a drip coffee, but it doesn't hurt my soul to cough up $3.20 compared to a $6 or $7 latte. So that's when I do buy them. But every other time when I'm just working from home, I make my own coffee. Lately, I've been meeting a lot more people, like other content creators, so I've just been going out for coffee more often. It's also summertime, so I'm just out more. Conclusion here, I don't think it's bad to buy a coffee if it means you're getting out of the house, being productive, or meeting up with a friend. If you're just working from home though, I say just make your own. That's my rule of thumb, but it depends on your disposable income and what you value. Anyway, speaking of buying coffee, okay, I did not need another coffee. I really didn't, but I kind of see this as paying rent to sit here and work for a couple hours. So anyway, now talking about irregular expenses, I'm going to get my hair cut. We're going to talk about what I think about expensive haircuts, but it is an irregularity. I do it like once, maybe twice a year. You can see it's gotten quite long. All right, en route. City bike, one of the best ways to get around the city. Just gotta be careful. Probably not a good idea to film at the same time, but gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Cut for the first time in a minute. She did an amazing job, if I may say so myself. Anyway, that was expensive, or expensive compared to the things I usually spend my money on. It was $129, and then on top of that a tip, so it's coming out to this much. But yeah, a good haircut, it is something I splurge on, I'm not gonna lie. I have got my hair messed up a couple times going to just super cheap places. I know that's not always the case, you just have to find the right person, but I don't know, once I got a little bit of an expensive haircut, I never went back, so what can I say?
Hello, Editing Taylor here, popping in for just 1 minute to thank today's sponsor, Acorns.
For those who have not had the pleasure of hearing Ashton Kutcher talk about it when he was an early investor, let me tell you about it. Acorns is an app that helps people save and invest in the background of their life. Acorns is known to many for its roundup feature, which allows people to round up each and every purchase to the next dollar and invest that spare change without even thinking about it. For example, if you go out and buy an overpriced coffee like I have a few times this week for $4.50, Acorns will round that up to $5 and invest that incremental 50 cents for you automatically. In addition to its more famous roundup feature though, Acorns also has Smart Deposit, which allows you to automatically save and invest a certain percentage of your income, and automatic recurring investments, which again allows you to invest in the background of your life. And that's what I love about it. You don't need to know anything to start. It's great for beginners and for passive investing over long periods of time, while giving you the option to automatically input settings that help save and invest for you. It has investment options for a number of cases as well, whether you're saving for retirement, for children, or you just want an Acorns checking account. So click the link in my description for a $10 sign up bonus investment, and thank you Acorns for sponsoring this video. Just got back from my haircut. I like it. And realized, oh wait, I should probably eat something. I got hungry. So anyway, I'm not a nutritionist, obviously. I say this because when things get really, really busy, I skip meals. It's just kind of the first thing to go. Don't do what I do. It's not a good thing. But when I do eat, I always get something, or not always. I do try to, most of the time, get something fairly substantial. So you might say, oh, Taylor, that's a salad. Normally I'd agree with you. However, when I get salads, I do try to get at least 3 sources of protein in there. So I get it packed with chicken, mozzarella balls, and garbanzo beans, so it actually sticks with me for a while. When I get a salad from Sweet Green, I also add quinoa to try to get some complex carbs in there. Again, not a nutritionist, but when I eat, I do try my best to make sure it's something that sticks with me, because that way if I do end up skipping a meal, it's not like the worst thing ever. I'm lucky in that I don't get tired of eating the same exact thing. All right, guys, I just sat my booty in this chair for 7 hours straight. All right, I rambled a bit here, but I did make an important point. While filming this video, I had just got back from a ton of travel. I went to Tel Aviv and Egypt and Amsterdam, and usually when I do a ton of traveling, I just fall out of my good habits. In this case, I didn't have any real groceries in the fridge to cook for myself, aside from a few snacks that just had a longer shelf life. So I'm just flagging that I know that my eating habits in this video are whack. Normally, I cook for myself a lot more, and it's typically pretty healthy food. But yeah, I also don't stick to 3 square meals every single day. I just eat when I get hungry.
We're live.
I think maybe your fingers in it. Hello, Taylor here. This is my friend Tristan. Today we spent how much on this?
It's almost $20 for New York City coffee. A little excessive.
On the real, $5.72 for these 2 things. Not too bad. Not too bad. I've done worse.
Yeah, I've done $10 coffee. So.
But the solution to this problem is make a lot of money.
Yes.
We're working on it.
So make sure to subscribe so that way she can make more money and buy more coffees.
Making a smoothie. Good way to get some good nutrients in, and yeah.
A lot of banana. At this point, you might be wondering, Taylor, are you optimizing for taste? No, I'm not. I will add a little agave to make it more sweet though. And this will help. Well, just found out this was completely leaking in my pantry. That's just great. At least it tastes good. Also, I would put athletic greens in there, but this has enough of a taste where it would overpower it a little bit, so I'm not gonna do that. And that's it. Just kidding. Good actually. All right, I just filmed for 2 hours straight with a little break in between, so now I'm hungry and I'm meeting a friend for a drink in like 45 minutes, so I need to eat. Can I get my huge? Bet you can guess what it is. You guessed it, the same exact salad. Cajun chicken, garbanzos, mozzarella, tomatoes. I'm a big fan. $9.53. All right, not using my gimbal, so it's a little shaky, but finished that salad. It was good. Now I'm going to meet my friend in Hudson Yards for a drink. What's cooking, good looking? Hello.
What?
You're in the vlog. Look at you, all suited up. Are you impressed by my fashion?
Very good. I have the same open.
Hey guys, this is my friend David.
What's up, Turtle Gang?
Getting drinks. David was an investment banker. Now he's in private equity. Also an Ivy League swimmer and a DJ. You're actually pretty cool.
I try.
Goodbye, David. Hello. It is 12:38 a.m. I've been editing for hours. This is a long video. Too long. Not this one, but the one I'm editing. Anyway, got hungry again. And I'm a child, but another PB&J. I got a cheese stick. That is something that I actually had on hand. I like my cheese sticks. I don't peel them like string cheese. I just bite them because I like to be efficient. And then I have a few carrots left and hummus. So I'm excited to eat my childish little snack here. This looks like a kindergartner's lunchbox. Good morning, Turtle Gang. Day 4. I just got up. I'm not wearing pants. But you can't see anything. It's only second day of making coffee at home. I told you guys I would flag to you if anything in this video was irregular. And me going out to get as many coffees as I have this week is irregular, I swear. But yeah, those coffees happen because I'm meeting new creators and meeting new people in the city, and that's just kind of a way for us to get together, which makes sense. But anyway, I just went on Instagram Live for over an hour while sipping my, I don't know how much this costs. I'll do the calculations afterwards. It costs this much. Coffee. And it was so much fun. Follow me on Instagram if you're not, at TayKBell. That way you can actually ask me questions live and we can get to know each other a little bit better. But yeah, I'm gonna do it more often. That was super fun. Anyway, follow me over there. All right, for the rest of the day, I have a, not an event, but a thing at a friend's house later at like 6 p.m. And until then, I'm gonna edit. That's it, I'm just gonna edit. And then I will eat lunch when I get hungry. Got myself a hot steamy sandwich. Okie dokie. I edited until my computer died and then I realized I was hungry, so good timing. I almost got that same salad. In fact, had I not been filming this video, I might have. But you guys inspire me indirectly to get something ever so slightly different. I got this Italian Italiano sandwich. It's really good, I've had it before. It's filling too, it's like packed with chicken. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to a friend's thing tonight and there will be food at that event, so I won't have to pay for that. And I wondered, should I normalize that by saying I normally don't have my dinners paid for? But when I think about it, it happens probably once a week where I end up going to something where there's food. So I'm not gonna normalize that expense. Okay, next expense is the Lyft that I'm gonna take to this event that I just got dressed for. And normally I would walk because it is close enough, but it's super hot and humid. I don't feel like being sweaty by the time I get there. And it's in times like these where I just take the extra time to do some more editing, call an Uber, don't show up sweaty. It's just a nice luxury to have sometimes. Anyway, here's my outfit. I don't know if you care. Kind of looks like a high-end dermatologist. That's what I feel like I look like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. God. Woo!
So this is something else I definitely splurge on a bit, and that is Ubers. We'll talk about this more at the end, but I do definitely walk, subway, or bike as often as possible. But when it's a matter of prioritizing my safety, like taking the subway or walking by myself late at night, I definitely just pay for the Uber. And sometimes I take it if I want to prioritize convenience as well, but we'll talk more about it at the end.
Got home from the event. It was a lot of fun. You guys know the drill. Took a shower and now midnight sakupu. All of this together is about this much. And if you're curious, no, I don't eat the hummus by itself. I dip the cheese stick in it. I don't know if that's much better than eating it by itself, but anyway, day 5.
That'll be $30,000.
All right, already finished it, but had a breakfast bagel. Got a couple buddies here. What'd you get?
Just a buddy.
What do we have over here?
Yeah, I got myself a cold brew.
Nice, excellent choice.
Blessing.
Hello guys, it is day 5. Today's a Friday, but get this. Days 1 through 4 that you've already seen were last week. I filmed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I had a 4-day wedding extravaganza for one of my close friends on Friday through Monday. And my expenses on those 4 days were just 100% abnormal, so just decided not to film it because it would not be an accurate look into a typical turtle week. So I actually have not had the salad in like a week, even though to you guys it might seem like I had it yesterday. And I missed my salad. I missed it so much. I'm so happy to be with it again. The day has come. I finally bought groceries. I figure I've been here long enough from all the traveling where just my routines are totally messed up and I don't want to live off that salad anymore, so I actually bought food. But as discussed, I'm not counting the expenses until they are consumed. I'll show you guys what I got so you can see what I actually buy when I do have good habits and buy groceries. Okay, rapid fire. Milk for my overnight oats, carrots, strawberries. These go hand in hand. Sandwich bread and blackberry jam because I love me a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Penne pasta. I like to eat this with my chicken. Speaking of which, chicken, cucumbers, bananas. The problem with ordering groceries online, because I do like to order from Amazon Fresh just because it's free with a Prime account and blah blah blah, is you can't pick the bananas, and most people, I would think, have a very particular shade of yellow that they like. I don't like any brown spots at all. Only one of them is a little bruised. The rest they're okay. They will do. And if I don't finish them in time, I always freeze them for my smoothie, so they never go to waste. Chips and salsa, I like to have this as a salty snack. And the Holy Trinity, tomatoes, basil, mozzarella. If I don't finish all this basil before it starts to wilt, I also freeze the basil. I put it in little ice cube trays and fill it up with water, and then it's like a little flavor cube for when I cook my chicken. And that's it. Still gonna hold off on lunch for a while, but coffee from home. Let's edit. Got hungry. It feels good to eat like a human again. I made myself a fat peanut butter and jelly. I really slapped a thick layer of jelly and peanut butter on there. Got a Chobani yogurt, strawberry and banana.
Well, e-bike to my dinner destination. Great place to bike, am I right?
As per usual, I forgot to film, but we just had how many tacos? 8? We got 8?
3 tacos.
Delicious. We're at a place near the Empire State Building. We got a Mar jug. It costs this much for my portion. I'm gonna calculate it afterwards.
Well, welcome to the Bottle of Chocolate Bars, where one bar leads to another.
Let's go! Thank
you. We did not know this guy. Midnight sakupu, carrots and ranch. Big fan. Hello, happy Sunday. I just posted my Journey to 100,000 subscribers video, and it's such a weird feeling after every upload, like a mixture of adrenaline but also relief, and I don't know, it's hard to describe. But anyway, the weather outside is actually very, very lovely. I say actually because it's been really hot, and today it's not that hot. It's nice. I'm gonna go get a bagel downstairs, even though yes, I have food at home. I just need an excuse to get outside, so ended up getting a little coffee and a bagel. A little treat to myself after posting my video. And I know I'm getting coffee with a friend in just a little bit too, so that'll be another coffee, but oopsie. And it looks like I waited until day 7 at nighttime to finally get some good eating habits. AKA, we're gonna actually cook dinner. Chicky. You know, I might do something a little fancy. I might do a little caprese salad on the side. I've only left myself this many tomatoes because I keep them up here and then I come and eat a few of them every time I come in the kitchen. So it's not gonna be much of a salad, but we'll do what we can.
Okay, dinner complete. We did chicken tenderloin, seasoned it with a bunch of good stuff, little caprese salad.
All right, let's add it up. Excel on the Mac sucks. Okay, everything you saw in this video, including the haircut, was $419.45. But I can't help myself. I think it's only fair to adjust that haircut because it's such an outlier. So I'm going to amortize it over 6 months. So now that's $5.87 per week for the biannual haircut. And what else? I don't usually buy this many coffees, but whatever, I'm not gonna adjust that. And normally I cook for myself a bit more, but I'm not gonna adjust that either. Okay, so the haircut's really the only major outlier here. So on an adjusted basis, that is $272.32 for the week. But you don't think I'd forget to add my rent to this, did you? Silly head. I pay $18.75 per month in rent, and to reiterate to those who have not seen my apartment tour video, this is a large 1-bedroom apartment that costs a net effective $3,600 per month. I live with one of my best friends from college. We put up a flex wall to make it into a 2-bedroom apartment, and my portion is $1,875 per month, which is $430 per week. Then she and I, of course, split internet and utilities. My portion for internet is $25 per month, so $5.75 per week. And my portion for electric utilities averages about $35 per month, so that's about $8 per week. Really not bad. And my building supplies water, which I think is the case for every apartment in New York City. So anyway, with rent, utilities, and internet, I pay $444 per week to live here, and that is really not bad for a luxury high-rise apartment in Manhattan. I also use the gym in my building. That's why there's no gym membership expense in this video. And there are a few other things I'm just not gonna add in, like they're not gonna make a substantial difference, but I do have some subscriptions, although not very many. I will say right now I'm paying a decent amount for health insurance, but my company's gonna cover that once I start my job, and they will also cover my phone bill so long as I use my personal phone as my company phone, which I definitely plan to do. So, all right, so my adjusted expenses of $272.32 per week, plus my living expenses of $444 per week, comes out to a grand total of $716.07. And I just did a quick calculation to see the category breakdown. So housing, which I'm counting as my rent, internet, and electric, that's 62% of my total expenditure. Food and drinks, and I'm including real like sustenance food as well as drinks, like going out to get cocktails and stuff, like that marshmallow one. That's 24% of my total expenditure. Transportation, which for me is Ubers, Lyfts, and City Bike, 13%. And then other, which was only my amortized haircut, is 1%. Interesting, checks out. So what are my thoughts on this number? Well, if it's not clear by now, New York City is a very expensive place to live. It is the most expensive city in the US, in fact. But paying to live in a city like this certainly has its professional and social benefits, but I can tell you more about that in the future. So long story short, this number does not surprise me. In fact, it's actually lower than I expected. And considering that's including rent and utilities and all that good stuff, I'm pretty happy with this number. And I'm very mindful about the things that I choose to splurge on and the areas where I like to save money. Some examples you saw in this video, I will splurge on things like Ubers, not only for safety purposes if it's late at night, but also for convenience. Like if I'm going to an event and it's super hot and humid outside and I just would rather not show up super sweaty, I will just pay for the Uber. And then dinners in New York City can be super expensive as well. Like even that taco place I went to with my friends came out to like, what, $41, which is pretty standard in New York if you're getting a drink with dinner as well and you're not at like Chipotle. But I'm happy to pay that once or twice a week to have a fun dinner with friends. Meanwhile, I save a lot of money on rent by putting that flex wall up with my roommate, and generally I just don't tend to buy things that I don't need. Like I don't really enjoy shopping, for instance, unless I'm looking for something specific. Okay, I didn't need this turtle, but he's gonna be an Easter egg in every video from here on out, so keep an eye out for him. So as long as I'm investing a large percentage of my income, saving a lot, and living well below my means, which I am a happy camper. Like and subscribe if you made it this far, and until next time, turtle out.
So,
Wait a gosh darn second. Just wanna buy a coffee, you know? I'm a New Yorker now. I need longer nails for this.
It's honestly, hopefully you can't see that I'm not wearing pants.